Welcome, welcome. This is for you. Today's topic, look straight ahead. The possibilities to your life, to your potential are endless. Look directly in front of you all the time, as much as you can. Have you ever noticed when you're driving, or next time you're walking down the street, you can do this after this video. If you look directly ahead of you, do you see how far that you can see? Isn't it kind of interesting? It's interesting to me as I've been preaching this and practicing this. If you just look straight, which you're supposed to do when you're driving, it's kind of deep. It's what you're supposed to do in life too. You aren't supposed to be looking at your phone, looking over at other things like shops and billboards and road signs. I mean, you need the road signs that you need, but people, pedestrians, you're supposed to be looking directly ahead. That's what driving requires. That's what living requires. When you are looking directly ahead of you, when you're walking down the street and you're looking straight, look at how far you can see. If your destination is the park 4 blocks up and you look totally forward, isn't it interesting how far away that 4 blocks is, how far down that destination is, but you walking are gonna get there shortly thereafter? I'm making a very, very deep connection here, and I hope that you can see it. When you have a goal, when you have something to do, if you are looking directly at it, no matter how far it is, no matter how tall the mountain seems, no matter how unlikely it feels that you will ever get there, when you are not focusing on anything else, when you're tuning everything else out, the phone, the billboards, the Burger Kings, when you're tuning all of that out and looking straight ahead, you're getting yourself there. Just like if you were looking at the park a mile down, I think you can see a mile, maybe. Just like if you're looking at a park that far down, you will get there just by slowly walking. Came on this topic because guy was crossing the street. Me, my mom and sister were in the car. We were coming, he was crossing like a 2-way street. So he was walking and did not look this direction at all. He was so confident in walking forward, or maybe he had already covered looking the other way. He just didn't think to look for cars coming this way. Luckily, I'm a safe driver. I saw him. I was very much stopping well before I got to him. But he did not look this way one time. He was looking straight ahead. As funny as that seems to be an antidote for this video, it's pretty profound the things that you can come to when you're in a focused state of mind. So that brings me to this video, the point, the importance, the heaviness, the profoundness of looking straight ahead. When you're talking to somebody, look directly at them. Look at them. It's important because looking straight ahead at anything that you're focusing on, that you're doing, you get everything out of it that you're supposed to. I've been practicing that more lately. When I'm talking to somebody, I'm looking at them. And some of you might know a little bit about psychology. When people lie, they are looking in other directions. If you ask me, they're looking in the underworld, the spiritual world, for lies to feed you. Because have you ever noticed when you're around people you like and you love or that you're attracted to, you get lost in their conversation? You're just flowing, you're just responding back and forth so naturally. You don't have to think about anything else. the answers, the conversation just comes to you. Isn't that beautiful? Whereas if you're on a spot, if you're in a lie, you're kind of stopping, thinking like, that's a true thing. People really do dart their eyes when they lie. Learn that from a video game, LA Noire. Some people might know it, but it's also just a true thing. Detectives, they're using this when they're interrogating people. They're watching how you're doing. And sometimes it doesn't have to be negative. Sometimes when you're trying to remember something in a conversation, you might be like, what was that book that I read? What did I want to say? It's like that's your brain taking a moment to search elsewhere because maybe the person you're talking to doesn't have that answer. So it'll be kind of weird if you were looking at them while you were trying to remember the book. Maybe that's what you're supposed to do. I don't know. I'll work on that and get back to you guys. But if you're looking around, that's kind of where that looking around comes from, is when you're trying to think about something else to make a point. But once you think of that thing, you look back at that person that you're talking to and it feels more valuable. You get more out of it when you look people directly when you're talking, not looking at your phone, not trying to look cool, checking the time, saying what's up to people. Just look at them. Look straight ahead in everything that you do. And I mean that on such a deep level. Talking to people is one thing, but also I'll use driving as a great analogy here. Your life is like you're driving. It's important. You can't really afford to be BSing, making mistakes. If you lose focus, you might hit the car in front of you. If you're drunk, you might crash. If you're not in the right state of mind, you might not live well. If you're focusing on other things, you might miss your turn. Now you're lost. You shouldn't speed. You might get pulled over. Shouldn't go too fast in life. Shouldn't go too slow either. Somebody might catch up from behind you and hit you. Your past might catch up to you if you're going too slow, but you don't want to go too fast either. Use this in your own way as I'm talking about it to understand what I'm getting at here. If you're looking straight ahead, the possibilities to your life are endless. And where you want to go is directly in front of you. I don't care how big your dreams are. Some people might want to be billionaires. I sure wouldn't mind. Some people might just say, I want to be happy. Some people might be like, I just want to get a raise. I'll be so good if I get a raise. I just want to make my spouse happy. I just want to make my children happy. I just want to travel more. Whatever it is that you are thinking of doing for yourself is meaningful, it's important, and it's what you should be doing. And the way to get there, it is right in front of you. It's right here. Like it's right here. Like, think about it. I've made this point, and I think the put your phone down video. If you stop being distracted, stop letting yourself be distracted for just 10 minutes, 5 minutes, and was like, what do I want to do for myself? It's like it's right here. It's like it's right in front of you. Do I want to wake up earlier tomorrow? Do I want to go to bed earlier tonight? Do I want to scroll less today? Do I want to go to the gym tomorrow? Do I want to get a better job, sharpen up my resume? Do I want to go back to school? It's like our minds have gone in so many different directions from looking at so many other things except straight ahead. We're thinking about women, men, attractive people, how we want to get off and go travel and have a great SEX vacation and F a bunch of people, go on a cruise and do some hooking up, or go get drunk with the boys this weekend, go to brunch and get drunk with the ladies on Sunday. go to the strip club, go gambling, go take a trip, um, go buy a booth, go buy a bottle. It's like we have all of these other distractions, pit stops, Burger Kings and billboards and advertisements and strip malls that are keeping our attention while we're driving the vehicle of life forward. So now you've made a pit stop. Now you're caught up seeing this hookup every weekend because, ooh, I just can't wait to go get some this weekend. Now that is your driving force. You're at work thinking about, oh, I just wish it was the weekend so I could go get some or so I could go get out drinking. But that's not what you truly, if that's what you truly want to do, if that's your peak, is like, I'm just happy with life. I just like to go get some from a hookup on the weekends. That's real. I'm not judging that. I'm not knocking that. Do you? I'm talking about the people who have forgotten themselves, who have let go of what their original aspiration was because it seemed too far. Maybe you wanted to go to college. Go to college right now. Study for that test. Apply. I don't care if it's DeVry. Ooh, that rhymed. Just go. If you want a better job, apply for, you see what I mean? I've talked about this so much, it's pretty repetitive, at least some of it. But that forward looking lifestyle, that looking straight ahead lifestyle will make you happier than anything else. And the times that I've been depressed, unhappy, there was something that I knew I wanted to do. Like, man, I wish I could get up and read that book. I wish I had the motivation to start reading right now. Or I wish I had the motivation to start making some better money. Or I wish, I could get over this chick or fix things with this chick. Or I wish I could get up earlier. Whatever thing, when I was in those bad states of mind, there was something right there. And I'm not, judging anyone who is hurting to find a motivation. So you really do want to go to college or get up earlier or do that thing, but you really sincerely are not able to get there. You don't have enough gas in the tank to get there. Gas in the tank. Great metaphor here, because what are you wasting your gas on? On those times, you know what I was also doing a lot of? I was doing a lot of smoking. I was doing a lot of drinking. I was doing a lot of sex. I was doing a lot of binge watching shows. I was doing a lot of social media scrolling. Of course, you aren't going to have the motivation to get up and be great tomorrow if you spent all day driving to scrolling, watching TV shows, watching YouTubers, smoking, getting effed up, and then coming down. Now you're a little sad. Now you want to smoke again. Getting drunk. Now you got a hangover the next day. Of course, you're not want to get up earlier with the hangover. Are you seeing what I'm getting at here? And the key to looking straight ahead, even in those scenarios, is when I was in those modes, and let's say I wanted to read this 1,000-page books, let's just put I'm using that as an example of a big task. Say you're feeling down and you have some big task that you want to accomplish and you don't have the motivation to do that big task. I bet you have some motivation to do some small thing. If you've been scrolling for 4 hours every day, just laid up, sad, sack of sadness, I bet you have enough motivation to scroll for one less hour. I bet you have enough motivation to get up and shower and just clean up your room a little bit, even if that's something that you've been struggling to do. I bet that that's something that you could get yourself to start doing. That's straight ahead. That's right in front of you. Like, you might not see that I'll get to reading that book. I'll get to improving my life. I'll get to getting that better job if I can clean up my room. You might not see that connection that clearly, But just as much as looking straight ahead is fixing your life, fixing the smallest thing you can is starting the direction towards that park that's a mile down the street that you're walking to, that goal that's down there that you're trying to get to. Once you do some little step in that right direction, it's like running on a treadmill, running outside. Once you take the first step, the rest of the steps are next. So once you clean your room and you walk into your room and you see that spread bed, you're going to have a small smile on your face. And then you're going to think, what's the next step I can take? You know what? I'm not going to scroll today. I might scroll tomorrow. I might scroll for 5 minutes, but I'm not going to scroll for 3 more hours. I'm not doing that today. Then you'll do that. You'll have an even sharper smile on your face. Then you'll be like, I can get up earlier tomorrow. I didn't stay up till 2 a.m. scrolling. Ooh, I'm going to get up earlier. Then you'll have an even brighter smile on your face. Then it's like, ooh, I got up early. I'm going to start reading that book. I'm going to make myself a good breakfast and go to the gym. Look straight ahead. Do not let anything or anyone distract you from looking straight ahead. Be confident in your forward motion. Be confident in your goals and in your strides. That thing that you want to be, I don't care how unreasonable it seems to people. If you want to be a Grammy winning singer, look straight ahead and do everything you can to be there, because you will land somewhere. If you want to be a millionaire, if you want to be the CEO of the company that you work at, look straight ahead and only see that. Do not get distracted by anything else. Not women, not men, not your parents, not your children, not your friends, not your aunts and uncles and cousins and friends and TV shows and movies and anything. Look straight ahead while you're driving so you don't crash. What you want to do, it's so clear. That's it right there. You know what you want to do, don't you? I guarantee you know what you want to do. It might be a few things. You might want to do this, and do this. Look straight ahead. If you want to be a fashion designer, but you also are thinking about, starting a TikTok side hustle, look straight ahead. Start the fashion designing, and maybe it'll become a TikTok hustle. Look straight ahead. Do not let some side quest overwhelm you and take your mind off the goal, because it will. You might become so good at TikTok side hustling that you forget, hey, I was in this to be a fashion designer. What happened to that? Now you're 10 years into TikTok side hustling. You got a millionaire's bills. You're a millionaire. You got all this money. And then you'll be the unhappy millionaire because I never pursued fashion design like I want to. Now you're stuck being a millionaire because all your bills are millionaire's bills, and you have to keep doing the side hustle that you don't really care to do anymore to keep up the bills. Now you're fake. Now you're fake smiling. Now your life is going, not wishing that on you. Hope you can somehow break out of that and just become a fashion designer. But the same goes for everybody. Millionaire is just a easy, relatable term to use, but do not get caught up in side quests that take you so far away. Maybe marriage or relationships. Maybe you've gotten so far down the side quest of love that you forgot, hey, I want to be an astronaut. What the F am I doing here with 3 babies in a house? Where's my astronaut dreams? You feel me? Like, look straight ahead. I'm not saying don't have a side quest. I'm not saying don't do the TikTok hustle. I'm not saying don't, work your job and make your money and support yourself, support your family. But never forget what was straight ahead. That hurts. If you want to be a rapper, if you want to be an author, You want to be an astronaut. You want to go to college, and you are now a six-figure corporate worker living the corporate life to the fullest. It hurts. Hurts you. It hurts me. Because I want to see what that album sounds like. Even if nobody listens to it except your family. It's still cool that you did what you wanted to do and got straight down that path, because for some reason, this might rattle people who don't believe in God, but that's what I'm leaning towards here. For some reason, people going the direction they want to go with their lives makes the world go round. That's who we're most impressed by. That's who we love to watch. These actors, these musicians, these YouTubers, these people who are just clearly doing exactly what they intended to do are somehow so impressive to us. And everybody else is just normal. Watch football on Sundays, drink with the boys on Saturdays, work Monday through Friday, go to the gym 3 times a week, and then I do it again. And then I do it again. I'm a wife, the old ball and chain. Ha ha ha. Yeah, the wife. I'll never have a wife that's a ball and chain. I'll never be mundane and never making progress in my life. Ideally, hopefully, that's what I'm striving for. Don't get content and complacent and caught up in the side quest. Forget who you are. You might end up coming back and doing this all over again. You'll believe that. If you don't figure it out this lifetime, you'll have to die and come back and figure it out next time. Some people might call that going to hell. I'm not saying anybody's going to hell, but even if you live a good life but forgot about yourself, it's not so good. You matter. You are important. You are more important than anybody else you know. I mean that. So focus on yourself. Do not get caught up in any side quest. And I have a story time that I like to share. Pretty personal, but it's informative. Got into an argument with the moms the other day. Since I've been in this David Goggins era, let's call it, waking up early, working out on time, achieving all my goals, doing everything I want to do, I've been a little snappy, you could say. I'm not perfect, but it's not ill-intended. It's not like I'm, crazy. I just might be like, hey, stop falling asleep on your phone scrolling. It's not great. I wouldn't recommend that. Stop doing that. Like, hey, you got these goals you want to chase. You have this thing that you're procrastinating on. Why don't you do that? Why don't you stop managing your time poorly and do that thing that you keep saying that you're going to do? And that is a little spicy sometimes, but it's nothing else that I want to talk about. Don't really want to hear about your day if it's not about how you got to the things that you're procrastinating on. So, got this little spiciness going. I was being a little rude, maybe, possibly. I can admit to that. Sorry about that. And they were being a little rude back because I guess it got a little hot one day, Thursday, and then, or Wednesday night, Thursday night, whichever. In the next couple days, I noticed the vibes were off. I'm like, wow, you're being a little abrupt with me. You're being a little curt with me. You're being a little snappy towards me. I've noticed that. So it happened over a couple days. Then I said something. I said, hey, I'm noticing a little passive aggression. Is anything happening? Is anything okay? You know what she said to me? I don't know what you mean. If somebody does that, do not pass go. Do not proceed. End the conversation right there. Do not talk anymore. Never let anyone question your reality, especially if you're not BSing. You're focused on your goal. If you're looking straight ahead and somebody tries to gaslight you, X them out instantly. I'm not saying that that's what I'm going to do. This is my mom. I love her. We got to kick it. But think about this in relationships. There's an old saying, if you feel like your man is cheating, he's cheating. That's how you know. And that's an example. If you're not doing anything crazy or wrong, and then something changes in the relationship, you feel it. You just know. If somebody's making you feel like they're cheating, it's already over. You don't have to confirm. You don't have to get evidence. You don't have to ask the person, because what's making you feel that way? Maybe there is something, and if they maturely communicated it, it would be healthy. It could be like, hey man, I'm feeling like you're cheating because you're not hugging me as much. You're not looking at me the same way. What's going on? And they might say, oh yeah, I don't like the way that you snapped at me the other day, so I've been being a little distant. That might be a time to communicate, but ideally that would be before you feel like you're getting cheated on. So think of those instances as roots of arguments to where I said, I'm noticing some passive aggression. I said, I don't know what you're talking about. Later in the conversation, they said, I'm only being to you the way you're being to me. Later in the conversation, they said, I've just been leaving you alone. How can all three of those things exist? First, I don't know what you're talking about. Then, I've been being to you the same way you've been being to me. Then, I've just been leaving you alone. Not really seeing how all three of those things can coexist. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm missing something. I can admit to that. But think about that when it comes to your life. If you are in a relationship and there are some things that are off, you try to bring it up to the person and they act like you're crazy, it's over. End it. Focus on yourself. Look straight ahead. Do not let anybody make you look at them and think about, oh, you've been leaving me alone. You've been treating me the way I'm treating you. And you haven't been doing anything. I don't know. There's nothing to notice. Don't go that direction. Don't spend any time wasted focusing on what other people say. Focus on yourself. Soon as somebody rattles you off your square, sorry, gotta cut back. I'm Neo. This is the Matrix. Day in a lifetime. Day in a life 28, 27. Day in a life 27, I believe. What have I done? Friday. Oh, made a video Friday, so you guys know what happened then. I think the rest of that day, I just did some heavy reading and business scheming. That's pretty smooth, reading and scheming. Been loving the reading, really happy about that. Saturday, had my son. What do we do? Hung out. That's typical. Had a great day. Trying to take him to do some cool stuff every day. Did some cool stuff with him Saturday. Did some cool stuff with him Sunday. Made a home video or did a home workout yesterday. That's Sunday. Typically I do home workouts on Sunday. Did a workout today. Went to the gym on Saturday. And just really been enjoying reading. That's really it. Not much new. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying like it's a bad thing. But yeah, that's my life, guys. Day in the life 27. Life is going swimmingly. I'm adoring every minute of it. Trying to improve my mind, trying to improve my mental clarity, trying to focus more on myself every day. Next video is over preparing yourself on Wednesday. And then on Friday, I think the video will be reclaim your attention. And that's about it. Thank you all for watching, especially if you made it this far. Like, comment, subscribe. See y'all next time.